The one cool thing, I guess, about the industry that I like, and about maybe sex work in general, is that there is a lot of body positivity in it, and I think because it's like whatever you are, there's a market for it. You could be like 200 pounds, there's a market for it. You could be a midget, there's a market for it. Like, it doesn't matter what or who you are, and the best thing you can do, I think, as a woman in the industry is like embrace yourself and like love yourself and own who you are and be like, I'm beautiful the way I am. And that's something that I have never experienced more in the industry, or like, you know, that's so like prevalent to me in the industry.
You felt that.
Like, yeah, I feel that. It's like, I love that there's so much like, just be you. Yeah, it's like whatever you are, somebody's gonna love it. Somebody's gonna jerk off to it. Like, it's it's not like modeling where it's like, oh, you have to be this size and you have to be this tall and you have to look this way. It's, you know, it's very like, yeah, exactly. It's all inclusive. So, I think in porn there's enough fetish things where people are like, I know a very large performer, and like, she probably does better than me. I'm new because I also fall in between a weird age range where they're like, you don't look like a MILF and you don't fit a teen, so like they kind of throw me in a lot of fetishy things too. And it's almost like the more taboo it is, the more valuable it is. Really? Yeah, and you know, I think like it's unfortunate that Black women really are almost always the exemption right now because of the way our culture is still like addressing racism. A guy just called me on the phone and said that he found me on like Sex Panther, which is like this site where men pay money to text me or call me. Jesus. And so this guy called me, and you know, I get charged, or he gets charged for it. So I'm making money. Text, yeah, for each single text and for each minute that I'm on the phone. Because for every picture I send, every video I send, it's a charge. He was like, he's in an open marriage now, and he said that when they first went open, he wanted the youngest thing he could find. And then he realized that like they didn't really stimulate him like intellectually. He wanted someone with a more worldly view, with more maturity. So then it became like my, you know, type of person, like late 20s, early 30s. And MILF is like the mom I wanna fuck or whatever. So that's a pretty big category too. It's almost as big as teen. And but that's very like stereotypical MILF. Like, I want like, you know, augmented breasts, and I want, you know, they want to see like the pimped up like housewife or whatever mom. Yeah, so like I'm petite, like natural breasts, like, you know, I don't look like the MILF, so I don't really fit that fetish type. So they kind of put me in like the trophy wife category, which is not a big category. So there might be a guy who's like, okay, well, like, you know, he's in high school or something and he wants to like fit in, and every guy thinks like the blonde skinny cheerleader is like the most popular girl in school or whatever. So everyone wants to date like the blonde skinny girl or whatever it is. But maybe like behind closed doors, he's like, I really like an ass, like a big ass and really big tits, and I just want to motorboat those things. You know, like, he doesn't want to like date the like you know, he's kind of too shy to pursue that like outwardly, so then he goes on Pornhub and he looks up like larger women or something. You know, there's a lot of that.